everyone, welcome back to this edition of Table Talk. Today we're going to be playing with a guy from America called Matt Weingarten. He is my most regular non-UK partner. I've played with him in the last 5 nationals and I'm going to be playing with him in Vegas. And those of you might know Matt Weingarten because he streams a lot on Twitch. So if you know what Twitch is, he's possibly one of the most regular streamers on Twitch. He streams several times a week, most weeks. And he's very used to playing with Robot Bridge. So hopefully I'm looking forward to this game. We're going to jump in there, but before we go any further, I am going to show you as a reminder how to set up a table. And today we're going to be playing with precision robots. We get to see a different form of Gib. They're going to be playing precision, hopefully. And we're going to jump into this. We're going to start a table in the BBO Lounge. We are going to pick our seats. So I am Rabid Bean like normal. That is me. We've got North. It's going to be Cool Beans. That is his name. So you might know him as Beans, but I'm going to call him Matt today. Scoring is going to be Imps again. We're going to use video chat, no kibitzers, and the robot system we're going to be playing against today is going to be precision. So we're going to vary it up a bit, and we're going to do the usual thing of trying to score as many imps as we can. So we're going to start that table. I'm going to wait for Matt to sit down. There we go. We're going to wait for Matt to sit down. He's going to sit north. I'm going to sit south. And we're going to play some bridge. And here we are. Here he is, the man, the legend, Matt Weingarten. How are you doing, Matt?
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Matt is, for those of you who don't know, Matt is probably the most prolific Twitch streamer, would you say?
I mean, that's a title that doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot, but I'll take it, I guess.
Yeah, so Twitch is a streaming service. So basically he broadcasts himself playing. He's going to be very used to doing this, playing and talking as well. So this should be good. And Matt is someone I've played with over the last 2 years. I think I've played with you in every national I've been to, actually.
I think every single one. Yeah, because we started in New Orleans. And I think everyone you've been to since then, we played at some point.
We have at least one day, and most nationals 2 or more. We've done fairly well, I think, other than the Werner pairs last year, which we won't talk about.
We've had some sessions that we don't want to, but I think for a newer partnership, we've done pretty well.
I agree. So we're going to be playing against Precision, Matt. This is a new feature on BBO Plus with the video chat as well. You can talk about how you feel that's gone halfway through, maybe. But the bots are playing Precision, so I would hover over the bids because they're not going to be as normal. Oh, this is good. If we bid, we don't have to worry about it. And we're going to be bidding. Oh, sorry.
Technical difficulties.
Yes, I'm just distracted. All right, so Matt's going to take it away, and he is one of the best people at talking while he's playing. I think he does a very good job when he does his own Twitch stream. So
all right. So yeah, it looks like here there's no immediate threats on this hand. Of course, maybe they're getting a club rough, but I don't see a reason to not do anything other than, win this first trick and then play a heart to the 10, seeing whether that holds or whether that, fishes out the king. And if it loses to the jack, I'm planning on finessing later. There's nothing that's convincing me that I need to do anything else at this point in time.
That gives you
of course, I've played enough BBO by now to know the fact that every single finesse I ever take is never working. So I was not surprised when that lost to the jack there. That's par for the course with my luck on this site, it feels like. All right, let's see if round 2 is any better. Okay, that's promising. Hearts are 3-3. That's good. Now I'm going to play a spade because if clubs aren't splitting, I need the king of spades to throw a club. The ace is on side. I can win this return, and now I can claim.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. So we win 2.5 imps. That's good against these precision bots. Take that precision. So you've been playing more than half your life, Matt?
I started playing bridge when I was 13. So yeah, a few years ago, I crossed the halfway point of my life in which I had bridge and non-bridge.
And how did you start playing?
I started playing in an after-school program in what I guess in the UK, you would call your junior high school. Here in the US, we typically refer to that as middle school. So I just started an after school program. I didn't really know what bridge is. I didn't grow up in a bridge playing family. My grandparents play bridge, but they play more party bridge. So I had like no exposure to the game itself until I started playing it. And then, it was a game that was based on critical thinking and logic, which are things that I'm really in, which I think are some of my strengths. So I kind of like fell in love with it and have been playing it ever since.
You are a computer programmer, so I guess that fits in with your career as well, isn't it?
Yeah, the right brain personality that you see with a lot of bridge players, that's me. That fits me to a T. So that's how I started playing, and yeah, I have no aspirations of stopping anytime soon. It's too much fun.
Would you double 2 hearts here with my hand? I have 7 tricks, but I don't really. It feels like you would have done something with 5 spades or 5 diamonds.
Yeah, I think over 2 clubs. I think if I could always offer, 2 spades at that point if like I had a Doubleton club and 5 spades. So I think passing seems fair. And we're in a pretty good contract overall.
Agreed. So I'm probably just going to lose 3 diamonds here. I don't think there's many left.
Yeah, I mean they didn't shift to it, which gives you a possibility that maybe you'll lose only 2, but that's going to be pretty difficult.
I didn't think they'd lead a Doubleton. They usually lead Singleton. So, I've timed this poorly.
I mean, you do have 2 entries to lead up to the diamonds.
Yeah, but
I don't. I mean, I would be pretty surprised. I would be surprised with this double if Ace King of Diamonds was with East.
Yeah. So I think I'm just going to concede 3 diamonds and speed things up. Oop, no. Let's claim not down 3. Let's claim making. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dear. Lesson learnt, Steve. Always play it out. Well, we won 2 imps. That's good.
All right.
They haven't bid yet. This is good.
No, that is not very precision like. I guess here we go, but at least it's a limited bid in that respect.
Yeah. All right. So we play upside down counter attitude, lots of suit preference. And I can't remember. Do we play King Ace for count?
Yeah, we play King for count, okay. And Ace Queen for attitude at versus any type of contract.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so weirdly,
right, and so for those watching, we have very good UI now on who has the queen of spades.
All right, let's try. So partner at trick 1 had 4 spades. So I needed to play a spade because partner had the jack. I guess that's a reason to play king not for count. And Declare's got the king of spades, so I think it's making king of clubs making 9. We weren't beating it, but we can get another spade, can't we? So Matt and I are playing in Vegas. We're playing in the Life Master Pairs, which is the
that's right
3rd Life Master Pairs we've played, I think, isn't it?
Let's see. Did we play the Life Master? The event is there is like no Life Master pair in the spring. There isn't, or there isn't a Life Master Pairs. There's Platinum Pairs.
Yeah,
which we played in.
Yeah, and we played in Life Master Pairs at both summers I've been to.
Yeah. And we we did not last fall because you were playing with someone else then. Yep.
I was playing with Adam Hickman.
Yes. The famous Gizzy drop.
Well, I hope you'll be happy with a dummy. Nope. You are going to get the dummy. Probably. I have quite a few hearts.
All right, that's good.
We need it, I think. We need it. This feels
All
like a
right,
match point
so
3 hearts, but I think it was safe because I had so many they're unlikely to double you.
and one thing to know is, of course, this one diamond is limited, showing 11 to 15. Right off the bat, we know West has the ace king of diamonds, so that's 7 points. That helps kind of like figure out where we need to go from there. East has shown up with the ace of spades. They are switching to a club, which I will play low on. Most likely that means West has the ace of clubs, which brings their point total to 11. We'll take the heart finesse.
That's good.
Which holds. Now I don't have a great entry situation to do anything after I play a heart here, assuming like the king doesn't show up, because they may not be 2-2, they could be 3-1. So one thing I'm considering right now is taking the spade finesse.
I think
Because if that loses, as long as there's no spade ruff, I can safely get rid of a club, and West is like kind of end played. So I'm tempted to do that. The fear is that spades are 4-2, West wins the queen and gives their partner a ruff. But if that was the case, I would question why East didn't play a spade immediately after winning the ace. So I'm going to try to play the jack of spades here, which gets covered. That's not great because that means I don't have an entry back to my hand to repeat the heart finesse. So now I'm going to have to play for the drop. I'm not getting lucky. If spades are 3-3, I will be okay.
East can't have 4 because they didn't respond to spade.
Right. Spades are 3-3. That's good. Now I can play a spade throwing a club. They'll get their heart and a club trick, but I still make.
Yeah. Well done.
I guess I couldn't really afford to do everything because if I played the jack of hearts, I didn't have a entry back to my hand.
I think you can play because West can't. I don't think West can really have 4 clubs because West is marked with at least 3 spades. So what you can do is you can just take the heart finesse and exit with a small club from the queen because West is marked with ace and jack, isn't he?
No, West did have ace and jack.
Yeah, I know, but then they can't attack spades.
Oh well, I mean, yes, I would lose 2 tricks that way.
But they're end played. You just exit with a club. But West wins a jack and then cashes the ace and he's end played.
Yeah, I was trying for 4.
Oh, okay. We are playing imps, partner.
Oh, every imp matters,
It does.
I'm greedy.
It does.
All right, the best way to battle precision is to preempt in spades.
Now I've seen your preempts.
Not that I don't have a legitimate preempt, but
I've seen your preempts before. This is going to be good. This is going to be a hand that most people.
For those who are watching, my preempts, for somebody who is a former junior, my preempts are old-fashioned. That's for sure. Granted, we're unfavorable vulnerability, but still, I mean, people know to always raise my preempts to game because I always have a pretty good hand. All right, so spades are 2-1. That's good. That means I can cross back to dummy and play 2 high clubs, on which I'm going to discard 2 hearts. If clubs are 3-3, we're taking a bunch of tricks. And if they are not, then what I will do is I will lead a diamond towards the king. If the finesse is working, I'm going to make 5. And if not, I will make just 4.
Yeah, it didn't feel like clubs were breaking when they led the 9.
No, I mean, that would be very surprising. So let's see. We get the good news. I'm going to make 5, unless they do something silly like play a diamond. But nope, I will now claim.
So the good news is we haven't seen much of what precision does because we've been bidding a lot, which is really good. That was a flat board, though, so far. No one's played it, but my guess is that they might get some imps in eventually.
Yeah, I mean, even if they get their 2 heart tricks off the bat, I'm still well, I mean, yeah, I guess they could cash out at trick 1. That's the only way it could be held to 4.
Yeah. So, can you explain to people? I've said you're a Twitch streamer, and for those people who don't know what it is, can you explain what it is? And what
Twitch is a website which is basically to showcase people who are playing like different types of games. And I mean, originally it started out as video games. Now it's branched out into a lot of different forms of content. It's a platform for people to basically watch other people doing things. So I got started on it, about 5 years ago, which is kind of crazy to believe, but at the time there wasn't really any bridge streamers. It still is a pretty small community, but I was kind of like one of the first ones to start streaming myself playing on BBO, and people actually watched. I was surprised that we found people there. So I kept doing it, and I still am doing it to this day. There we have a good community. It's not obviously a huge one, just because I mean that never exists really in bridge, but we all know each other. We look forward to going to national tournaments because we get to see a lot of the people there. Like, I know I know as well as I do that we're looking forward to seeing some of our friends in a few weeks.
Yeah, it'd be really good. I mean, I would not have met you if it wasn't for Twitch.
Yeah, I mean that's how we met each other, of course, because Steve lives across the pond, so I mean we wouldn't have known each other otherwise. So yeah, a lot of the people who I play with semi regularly these days are people who I met through kind of like the bridge streaming platform, and yeah, it's great to have everybody in kind of like that note in that network.
So we've got some choices here. They've not found the killing defense of a second spade because I think that cuts me off from the king of clubs. And I might need the king of clubs to throw a spade away. So the choice is now, do we take the heart finesse? Now West has shown it with 6 diamonds. That's about it. I'm not sure that indicates taking a heart finesse, does it? Do you not think?
Playing for thinking about a 4-0 heart split?
Yeah, well, I had 7, didn't I? Oh, I'm stupid.
Right, I wasn't trying to give you any clues.
Yo, be my guest. Just stop me making mistakes. I've already roughed and then I counted my hearts. I had 6 of them left.
But yes, a second spade there would have been pretty menacing because you can't get back to the board. Stiff jack of hearts is your only way, and they didn't, and you don't have it.
Yeah. So yeah, second spade would have been good if East could encourage, and I'm not sure how well the robots signal there, or at least whether they give attitude there. I would have been in trouble, I think. Okay, so lots of games made. We're 10 imps up. This is good. Pass. Pass. Yeah, so Twitch is like YouTube Live, isn't it? It's people.
Yeah, for those who are familiar with like YouTube or kind of like any form of social media where people just kind of like live stream themselves doing things. That's what Twitch is for. I guess the difference between Twitch and those other sites is Twitch was primarily kind of like geared towards a younger demographic, and that still holds true. But we have a variety of different kind of like walks of life who are watching bridge content, which is really cool.
I think I need to play a diamond here if that's the true count, because we need 2 more tricks and we can only get 1 more heart. So maybe I'm wrong, but you gave me count, so
I did give you count.
They finessed you.
What? That's very odd. I'm the one who doubled. If anything, they should be finessing you.
I've shown it with 2 kings.
That's true. I guess. For you not. Well, I mean, they did take up a lot of room.
Yeah. Have we lost?
I feel like I may have blown this hand, unfortunately, by not leading a heart.
Well, you can overtake and cash a heart.
Right.
Your diamond's not going away.
Yeah. We can safely continue.
Yeah. So we've let that through. I don't know whether you can read that.
Yeah, maybe I should overtake. Because I'm the one who knows that we got to take these tricks now. Because I led the club. I think that's more my fault.
Maybe I wasn't thinking. We don't play attitude lead, so I can't lead a low heart to your queen, and you can't underlead 1 back. Maybe that's me. If we cash 2 hearts and wait for the diamond. The issue is if we don't cash, maybe it's me. I may make a mistake. All right, you've opened a no trump. Okay.
I mean, it's your video, so no one's ever gonna blame me at the end of the day.
I can edit this. I can cut that out.
Oh, that's right. Yes. You can make it look like I was the fool on defense.
Yeah. So my partner's showing 5 spades in a maximum. All right. Good luck. Hope you have some diamond on us. Wow, they've let us spade.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know sometimes that the Gibbs lead pretty passively, but you would think when I showed 5 of them, although I don't know if they know I showed 5, that's probably not a good idea to be leading this.
Yeah, unless it's
a
singleton.
Yeah, I mean, they do like to do that. So really on this hand, I don't really have any immediate concerns. My goal is to probably work on establishing the clubs. Make sure I get my diamond trick. Of course, I have 3 hearts. I guess, depending on how things break, there might be the opportunity of taking a spade finesse at the end, which I'm leaning towards because the 7, I mean, it could be 4th best if they were leading from queen 10 8 7, but I would strongly question why they would be leading on this hand from that holding. They're actually being super friendly by playing a second club here. I have no idea if they were 3-3 or not, but here comes another spade. And honestly, at this point, now I can really I mean, this isn't match points, but if they don't take the ace of diamonds here when I lead towards my king, I'm actually taking the rest.
Yeah.
All right, they managed to take their tricks.
Yeah, claim. No beer card for you though, because I didn't have it.
No, that is something I like to go for. In the nationals that I played with Steve, I feel like I beered him almost 10 times. I don't even drink. That's the sad part.
I know. Oh, I was about yeah.
So if someone meets us in Vegas and is in need of a beer after the game, you can hit up my partner because he's got a long tab now at this point.
Yeah, I do. My partner is much better at spotting the beer, I think.
I feel like you always come down with the 7 diamonds for some reason. Either that or we just don't bid aggressive contracts where I have the ability to pursue the beer card pretty easily without floundering too much.
All right, so there's an auction. So everything's natural. 2 spades is 4th suit. West showed like a mild slam try in hearts. East cues. West cues. East bid 6. Well, I guess we try that.
I am not seeing a lot of hope for us on this hand.
You've got Queen X of Hearts then.
I did, yes. Okay, that was the only thing I knew that we could be hoping for.
I'll concede. He's got the rest. Clubs are breaking. Yeah, he's bid 6 without Queen or Jack of Hearts. It's difficult to find them if you don't bid key card.
I guess, yeah. I'm surprised we won so much on a board against Gibb, but I guess their precision system was the only is how they got to slam across the field.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you had Queen Jack X of Hearts or Queen Jack Tight or something, then they make that, don't they?
Yeah, then that would really stink. Yeah. Luckily, the honors were split. Or they weren't in a 5 forfeit, which really would have stunk.
Yeah. Agreed. Right, we're going to open one of them. So, my mistake on the board 7 is... Hang on. I have undid for some reason. I'll try that again. My mistake on board 7 has not cost us too much. We're still here. Okay. Good luck, partner. My partner's played a lot. That's why I put him in contracts. He keeps making things.
This one could be a little more tricky, but we'll see. Anyway, looks like my partner came down with a decent hand. Having 4 clubs is helpful on this hand. Although one thing that I would fear here is if they shift to a diamond. The end.
That's quite
I
nice.
have a lot of work to do at that point. But a 10 of spades, which is no fear for me. I'll throw a club because I can always get rid of the diamonds later. I don't want to advertise switching to a diamond if they get in. So I'm playing a heart to the jack, help navigate my communication. Now I'm going to run a club towards my king. That worked. Robots are now playing the queen of spades. I'll throw a diamond now.
Well, you've made it, which is good.
I have made, but there's no 7 of diamonds for us. We'll see if the clubs are splitting.
They're not.
They are not, but East doesn't have any spades to play, so now I will just concede a club and I have the rest. I don't even need to worry about the hard situation.
Yep, making 9, which is... Oh, I thought that could be bad, but we still won the imps on it, which is good.
I mean, it would be pretty tough for us to bid a 15 opposite 8 game. Also, I don't know if I actually truly make 3 no trump on it, like a diamond lead, for example.
Not
I guess maybe I do, but it's gonna be a lot trickier.
Because the diamonds are blocked. They have to unblock the diamonds, do they? You lose 2 clubs and 3 diamonds otherwise. And
right.
A spade, yeah. You're not making it on a diamond lead. Maybe. Anyway, what's happened here? Oh, you've passed. Yeah, I mean, if anyone's going to get to a 22.3N, it's not going to be us, is it? We are collectively...
No, we play more down the road than a lot of pairs, which it can be a working strategy sometimes, and then other times can backfire. You just kind of have to adopt that and live with it.
I play very down the road, apart from in one situation, partner. What's that?
Yes. Are we telling stories on this?
You can do if you want to.
All right. So my partner is an aggressive preemptor in various situations, namely if he's in third chair at favorable vulnerability, if I've already passed in the auction, he will get aggressive in the bidding. And basically my whole thing is do not bury partner at this point. So there was a good hand from this summer's nationals in Toronto. We were in day 3 of the Life Master pairs. This is a fun day. It's a day where you actually get behind screens. You play the top pairs in the world, which is a good experience. Can be a bit humbling. But anyway, we're having about maybe an average or so session, and we come across a friend of ours from the streaming community, actually, as well as his younger partner, Eric Zhao, who is going to be a very, very talented bridge player. Oh, already is, but is a name to watch, I would say, in the next 5 years or so. So anyway, we're playing against them, and my left hand opponent opened something, and Steve bids 2 spades, and I'm sitting with 2 aces, but nothing more than that.
Can I remind you that you had passed?
I had already had passed in this auction. I had a middling 8 or 9 count. So it goes, I think they open a heart on my left, and Steve bids 2 spades, and this is, I think, favorable vulnerability. And my right hand opponent starts getting a twinkle in his eye, and they keep bidding. There was an opportunity for them to sign off, but he didn't want to have it. And next thing I know, they're in 6 no trump, and I'm sitting there with 2 aces. Of course, I double, and we take our 2 tricks for down 1. And you might be thinking, well, didn't your partner make a bid? He didn't have anything? No, his hand was Jack 5th of spades and sought all to use the proper term.
No singletons, but yeah.
No singletons. I don't even think he had any spot cards. I don't think the opponents were super pleased, although it was a good story.
Well,
but they had a misunderstanding along the way. No, I guess not. They had a quantitative auction. I mean, this guy had too good of a hand to pass up.
I think he had the chance to double as in 4 spades, And
obviously, yes, I raised my partner's preempt because we were favorable and I had 4-card support with 2 aces. And I think we were still going for about maybe 11 or 14.
Yeah, it was not a good board, but like
it was not going to be good. Thankfully, we got bailed out of that.
He looked at his 19 count, he looked at the vulnerability, and he thought, well, this doesn't feel like the right thing for us to do to defend.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. And I would say, there were a lot of times in Toronto and other tournaments where you have acted aggressively in auctions, and I've tried to keep my trap shut. Sometimes it's hard just because it's not my tendency, but I feel like it's worked very well in our advantage whenever it's actually come up. There was a time in Louisville actually when we were playing in the first day of the Vanderbilt, and I'm sitting with I think like an 8 count or something and 6-card support for my partner, and he makes a 2-level overcall, and we're favorable. So I mean, there's not really a lot of science that you can do at this point in the auction. So I just raise to 5, and we get doubled, and we go for 500, and then I find out later he had a 4-card suit. So my calculation on the law of total tricks did not really come into play there.
Yeah, the annoying thing there is they haven't got game on because you had like Queen Jack X or something in a side suit, and you had a slow heart trick. Yeah, that was annoying. Oh, so this is precision, any shape. I don't understand. What's 3 spades? Oh, it's like laboured soul. Show us 4 hearts and a spade stop. Well, partner has bid. Well, partner has double diamonds, so we'll lead a diamond. Where's the spade stopping, dummy? We should let a spade.
Yeah, if it's my fault for having you listen to me, I apologize.
I didn't think we'd have a spade cash, and we might not. Yeah, we did. Oh, unlucky. Oh no, you only had 1. That's fine.
Yeah, I have a crazy hand here.
No one's bid hearts, and I had 1 of them, so I know something's going on.
Yeah.
What are you? You 6-6?
I'm 6-6 in the reds.
Yeah. And they didn't even take the heart finesse. We'll take that. Right. So far, we're doing really well. We're 34 imps up. They've gone off in 2 games in a row for us to make another 17 imps. My partner's hand, if you didn't see it, was singleton jack, king to 6, no pips, ace 10 to 6, void.
Yeah. See, that's another bid where the other people in like the Twitch community, they would give me nonsense for not opening like 1 heart, for example. But my thinking on that hand before next thing I know it's at the 5 levels, I was just going to come in and show my hand later. But
yeah,
unfortunately, it was way too high in the auction for me to do that.
Yeah, and when I bid 2 spades, it tells you it's not our hand.
Yeah, I mean now my hand isn't even a good fit, so I knew to stay quiet.
Yeah, what do you think of the video chat? This is the first time you've got to do it in terms of sound quality.
Yeah, I know. I know that this feature has been around for a while. I've seen it whenever I've watched the view graph and there's like commentators. It's good that they have this, obviously that was kind of like one of the missing elements, I think, from BBO for a while, because you could always play against friends, but you wouldn't be able to really interact with them. You'd have to do it from other sites. But yeah, this works well. And it's kind of like being on a Zoom call and playing bridge at the same time. It's really cool.
Good. I'm glad you like it. And we're doing well. We've got through. One of the things that Matt and I do is we play extraordinarily fast, and I think it's long term bad. But the amount of time...
Yeah, it's not really good in like the major pair events where you have to really think, because you're kind of just so used to playing online and playing quick. But you have to slow down when you're playing in real events because, first of all, everybody else is. So you're going to people are going to get mad at you if you play too fast, and you just miss things when you play too quickly as well. So yeah, it's a bit hard, especially when you're so used to playing in like robot events, which that's something else we should talk about. Maybe after the next hand is how we kind of like met through like robot events, through Twitch and other communities like that. So yeah, it definitely forces you to be, when you're playing in person, to slow it down a little bit. But that's definitely not my strongest suit.
Well, I think the idea, and I'm getting better than I used to be, is you can play fast. There's a lot of decisions I've automated by playing so much Robot Bridge that I can play fast, and then when it matters, you've got the time and you can slow down. And I think there was a period of time where I wasn't slowing down, and now I slow down more than I used to, which is good. Oh my god, did they make that?
Not
Oh,
only did they make that, we just got beard.
did we?
Yes.
No one's bidding game. That's the issue. I guess I have to bid 3 spades, do I? I mean, it doesn't matter, but it gives you a chance to bid 4 spades, I guess.
That's weird. I don't know why the system really matters on that. Why they're getting the 4 hearts, whereas at other tables, when the robots bid 3 hearts, they didn't go.
My hand responded a no chump on one of them.
I'm looking at the 3 pairs that are in 3 hearts with the same exact auction. All the West robots passing 3 hearts.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh well.
Well, you had to say something about our good score.
So we met for playing robot events during COVID. There was a few Discord servers, the online communities that kind of ran these. Is that precision? All right, we'll go and we'll get in there. That ran these the robot tournaments. So BBO does these. Obviously, you can do challenge matches and things. And we played in. You roped up. You got drafted into a team, and you played lots of other people over the course of a month. And the best team and the best pairs and the best individual people won. But it was just an excuse to play a lot of bridge, and obviously for
yeah, and it was a lot of fun too. I mean, especially at the beginning of the pandemic, when you weren't playing face-to-face bridge and you needed something to look forward to have kind of like that competitive element, even though it was with robot challenges. That was definitely a lot of fun. And that's actually where I met Steve. That's where I met a lot of the people who I play with now. And it was great. It was called Bridge Fight Club. So for those who have, of course, seen the movie Fight Club, the first rule of Bridge Fight Club is that you do not talk about it.
So no, my partner wouldn't cover there with king to 3. So then you know how many hearts West has, and they didn't even finesse the 10.
No, oh, they are. I don't know what. I mean, I know that none of my finesses ever work against the robots, but now they drop all my cards too.
Yeah, well, I don't think we're beating this.
No.
All my points are in diamonds, and if you don't have the Jack of Club as well.
And as you'll note, I had 4 cards of support, but I made all of 1 raise for my partner because I knew.
Yeah, that was well, we lost 5 imps there. All right, we're dwindling now. We're dwindling. We're going to play for another 10 minutes, so maybe another, because again we play quite fast, so we're getting through more boards than some of my other things. What system?
Well, the good news although maybe it's not the good news, but the good thing about playing more boards is it gives us an opportunity to have a good score. It also could be terrible and we could completely go off the rails here. Yeah. But we'll see.
We were 33 up at one point. Would you have banked that?
Yeah, that's true. I should have slowed it down there and just kept the conversation going and not played any bridge, but not much we could do on these last 2 hands.
Oh, what have I done? I've just lost my diamond entry to dummy. I've got the 2 to the.
You have the 2, thankfully.
Only because there were 2-2. That was a pretty poor.
Yes, for those who are watching, you didn't see what my partner just did. Although sometimes that works with the robots. Like, for example, if it was like Queen 3rd opposite Stiff Jack, you have a good way for them to crash their honors.
Am I just cashing out here? I'm playing a spade. Yeah, I'm just going to cash out, I think. Oh, well, West has a lot of clubs. I'm going to duck this because East has got Ace Queen Jack. And I make no more tricks because West has just got clubs left. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, well, I would have lost the ace of spades at the end. So, all right. So, what convention would you insist on playing in a new partnership other than?
I know the answer to what not to play, because I'm guessing that was where this next question was going.
No, just as a thing for people who are system people, other than like Stamen transfers and some sort of Blackwood. Are there any things
feel
you'd
like
ask to play?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like one convention that I'll say one convention that you and I have played that has been really effective, although this isn't necessarily mainstream, is we play penalty doubles against strong no trumps. You know, a lot of people, of course, when they open a weak no trump, they'll play penalty because that's when you have a good hand. But Steve convinced me to also play it against weak against strong no trumps. And the few instances where it's come up and we've had like a 17 or 18 point hand opposite a strong no trump, it's worked wonders. We've gotten some telephone numbers as a result of that. So that's what I would say is actually kind of fun if you and your partner can agree on that. Besides that, I would say one convention that is probably worth playing that I feel like is pretty good is transfers over major suit double. I think the reasoning for that is that makes it a lot easier to kind of like know how to act in certain situations. You can raise on fewer points because you have different ways to show hands, and you're able to do a lot more in the auctions as opposed to if you didn't have that at your disposal.
Yeah, I don't play that with everyone. I play that with you, and you seem to like it. So
yeah, I mean, I know there's all the conversations about what's expert standard and all that stuff, but I do think there is a lot of benefit to playing that. I think it helps you in a lot of auctions. So I'll let you play this hand, and I know the next question is going to be what convention would you not recommend, because I'll have the stories ready to go for that one.
So Matt convinced me to play something called Kickback. And I think Americans, no offense to Americans, they have a lot of different ways they seem to want to play that ask for aces and minor wood and last train and all that sort of stuff. And for me, I just play cubids and blackwood. So Matt got me to play Kickback in Chicago, the first.
Yeah, we played it in Chicago, and really specifically, I think the first time we like firmly agreed of the Life Master pairs, a terrible time to agree on a convention because that's when you're behind screens and you're like one of like 52 pairs. But lo and behold, my partner was silly enough to listen to me, and we ended up playing with it. And you know, Kickback doesn't come up that often. That session, it came up like in 3 different instances, and I think on all 3 of them we got it kind of wrong. Once it worked to our wonders.
I got it wrong. I got it wrong the first time because I forgot, and then the second time I think I forgot again, but didn't cost. The third time, I remembered after I'd responded, but before I had a choice to do it, my right-hand opponent doubled 5 of our trump suit. I'm like, okay then. So I passed and made 11. Because trumps are 5-0, so we got that one. And then the very last one, I think I've got the hang of this now. And I bid it, and you said, oh no, that's the one situation where it doesn't apply.
Yeah, that's
like a heart, four hearts, four spades.
For all pairs watching, if you're going to agree on a convention right before a game, first of all, don't. Second of all, if you're going to do that and you have enough time to talk about it, make sure you do, and so you don't just have something in your head about when it applies and when it doesn't. So that was a pretty colossal failure. Although actually I was surprised it didn't completely shoot us in the foot on every single situation where it came up.
Yeah.
And if I'm forgetting which Rimstead brother it was, but if he ends up watching this, I still apologize for that garbage 6 no trump contract we got to against them that we ended up making because of one of our Kickback misunderstandings.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny. It gives you stories as well. These are great.
Yeah. It's good. I mean, look. At the end of the day, you know, obviously you want to play to win, but to have kind of like fun and have stories is also something that is a good part of Bridge. And so, yeah, at least it gave us that experience. All right, so I'm playing this 1 club contract, and I don't have a lot of good things to do on this hand. I can play trumps out of my hand, but that's going to get ugly. I'd much rather try to develop tricks if I can on my own hand and then just hopefully get as close to 7 as I can through that. So I'm going to play a diamond here and see what the robots do. They're going to play another diamond right back. This fetches the jack. Would have really liked it to be the ace. I'm going to ruff here. Now I have to play king of spades and a spade.
I don't think the queen is. Oh wow!
Oh, the queen's falling. That's
they
good. I
usually
thought
false
spades were
guard.
going to be 4-1, in which case we were going to be really in a creek. But at least I can force them to play something else now. I will. I mean, I can't really play low here. I'm just going to
You can
bluff.
pitch a spade.
I could.
Dummy's got a trump.
Yeah, I'll pitch a spade from dummy. Now they're going to have to play a trump into me. And I guess I'm down 2.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're not.
That's about all that. So not the end of the world. In fact, they actually won imps.
Yeah, well, they've got a diamond part score.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's really surprising that West doesn't, balance a no trump on this hand. Maybe it's too high for their range of balancing no trump. Maybe they consider that the max in Gib world, but I would certainly do it. And I mean, if you bid 1 no trump with the West cards, I mean, East has an easy raise to 3.
Yeah.
And
some people have made it.
We can't touch it, actually, even on best defense.
Which we would obviously give.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we lead a high spade, we can take our 4 spade tricks. You can switch to a club, but they can fly with the ace, and with you having the queen of diamonds, the only card you have, that ends up actually still being 9 tricks for them.
Yeah. All right, we'll say this is the last board, Matt. So thanks for the game. Hope you enjoyed it. We're currently 25
thank you
imps
for
up.
having me. It was fun to be a part of this.
Yeah, we're currently 25 imps up, so that's good. And we bid 2 slams.
I mean, this last board is kind of a nothing board, so unfortunately, we're not going to get too much back.
It was. I mean, we let through 4 spades.
That's true. I mean, yes. If that's right. We can definitely blame ourselves for that. That was bad defense.
Yeah. Oh, I'm playing it. Sorry. I thought you were playing this. I was sitting back, but yeah. All right. So, he's cashing out again. I could lose 5 hearts and 2 clubs. So I guess we just see if spades are breaking. And we're just doing some cashing out, I guess. Oh, the Queen of Hearts.
If I have to put a prediction, I think you're taking 8 tricks here.
You think I'm going to get a club?
I think you... Actually, I guess you don't necessarily have to get something in the end.
I do.
Well, now you do.
I do now, yeah.
Actually, you're taking 9 tricks.
Yeah, East was sort of squeezed-ish. All right. Thanks for the game, Matt. It's been a pleasher.
Oh, wow. Hey, well, look at that. We won 6 imps on the last board.
We did.
We may just erase the deficit.
Yeah. So, Matt and I will be playing in Vegas. If you see us, come and say hi. Matt is...
Yeah, we're both approachable people. So thank you guys for watching, and looking forward to seeing everybody in Vegas in a few weeks.
Yeah, no worries. So I will speak to you next time I see you, Matt. And for those people watching, thanks very much. One last thing. John McAllister asked, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Oh, geez.
That was his question to ask you.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, I'm a sports fan. Obviously, this doesn't have a lot of relevance to our host because they don't care about the Super Bowl there. Geez. If I had to say a team right now, and when this video comes out and I'm going to have to watch this months later and see how wrong I am, I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to manifest it. The Detroit Lions are going to win the Super Bowl this year, I believe. Yeah. And for those who don't know, the Detroit Lions are kind of like the epitome of like failure in the National Football League. This year they have a very good team. And I think they're about to break through, but we're going to see.
All right. I think we've just gone up to 40 imps. I think that might be a record. So Detroit Lions, you heard it first. He's a winner. You can see he's a proven winner. Look at that imp score. I will see you all for the next video. Thanks so much. And so that was Table Talk with Matt Weingarten. We got a pretty big score. Well done to Matt. Matt and I are regular partners are so, say, regular. We're not from the same country, but given that, we play quite a lot together at Nationals. And we play quite fast, so we got through quite a lot of boards, you'll notice, as we were chatting away there. Matt streams on Twitch. He does other things as well. He has a Discord server, but if you want to find his Twitch handle, it's bridgeoverlord201. But you can generally just go to Twitch on most American evening times, and he's possibly going to be there playing bridge. So check him out if you have time. Anyway, that's been me. I've been Steve, and I'll see you for the next Table Talk.